Back to another great edition of my Grue Rume Show. For the Grue Rume Show today, I got a very awesome guest. He is a model and an actor, and I'm talking about Speedy Val 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 Valente. As you could tell, I am the host at Stutters. I am Rocco Cross, and I am the host of the Grue Rume Show. And my interview with Speedy be coming up very soon. This is my Grue Rume, and as always, welcome to my nightmare. So stay tuned, Gruelings. All right, buddy. Welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for coming on, man.
Of course, boss. Thank you for having me.
You definitely, bud, definitely. So I guess the first thing I want to start asking you is I see before you even got involved with acting and modeling and stuff, you were big into sports and played sports in school and everything. And what are some of the sports that you still do yet?
That I still do to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, I kind of translated from more sports to MMA for
Okay.
sure. But if it were up to me, I'd be playing football till the day I die. The other day I took this guy to the park, Buster. Oh, he's sleeping there, man. I took my dog to the park. I tried to see if he could throw it, just because I think it's because my dad did it, and then it was always just me and my pops, you know. So go to a park, throw it, and then there's just I don't know how to explain for people who don't do sports. It's just the amount of fun you can have with a pigskin and a few people. It's
Right.
great. I could play that till the day I die. But now more or less I just do more like I do boxing, wrestling, jujitsu, Muay Thai, more MMA versus when I grew up I did football, baseball, boxing. Boxing was the only one I did like for a long time, and
Oh,
then wrestling was what a lot of people knew me from.
oh wow. Like you wrestled for school, like you went out and competed against other schools.
Yes, sir.
Ah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to take first at a few of them.
Really?
Yeah, starting off it was hard because a lot of other people, they've been wrestling's a very it's not too like known where I grew up, but like everywhere else it's like kind of big. Like people have been doing it since they were in Pampers, you know? And so me starting, I didn't start till I was in high school. I just, I came from Alhambra, East LA, so I
Yeah.
wrestled, in the streets and stuff, but like nothing like that. So in the beginning they were like, "Hey, you can't be punching, you can't be doing that." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. You said fight. I went in. I apologize." But that's just all I knew. And so I remember in the beginning it was hard to kind of switch over. Plus all these
Yeah.
guys already knew what they were doing, but and they already hated me because I was a football player. They already hated me. But then after,
Oh,
yeah, it wasn't until the tournaments came up because I was on Frosh, like Frosh off, freshmen and sophomores.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they were like, okay, just because I was really little too. When I started high school, I think I was about 5'1", 5 foot 5'1", and I was 89 pounds.
Oh my
And
God. Wow.
so yeah, I know. And so they were just like, okay, just throw them out there. And I went 4 or 5-0, and they were just like, "You, I
They
thought
were
you never
shocked.
wrestled before." And I was like, "I just did what you taught me. They sucked." I was, and yeah, they were like, "Oh, okay." And then like the next practice I was working on, they're like, "No, you're over here now." I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Oh, you're bumped up to varsity." I'm like, "What? I'm a freshman." And
Yeah.
then yeah, then I learned from them. And then my dad was I was lucky enough my father was able to provide me a in the summer it was this really big West Coast wrestling army camp, and so I went there, tore it up over there. It was awesome. It was one of the hardest things I ever done, but like I loved it. It was like
Oh my
I would do it
God.
again if I could. We beat the army guys. There were army guys with us, shaved
Yeah.
heads and everything. We beat them. It was awesome. Not
Oh
just in
my God.
wrestling and like running on
You
the
beat the
sand and
army
stuff.
guys.
Yeah, yeah. They were
Damn.
mad too because I was they were like I know some of the other wrestlers were like jacked and stuff, but then when I won, they were pissed, bro, because I was so little. Yeah, and luckily my dad and then were able to send me there, and then I was I ended up getting a cracked 2 ribs and I got a concussion there, but I still ended up wrestling in school and stuff. It was cool. Just some
Oh,
Advil, some ice. I got unfortunately that year I wasn't able to play football as much as I liked because I was still recovering.
yeah.
But that camp really, even my dad will say it did something to me where it's like I was a different breed after that. Because I was okay, like I wasn't bad. I would win in wrestling, but I definitely like I look at old videos and stuff, and I was like, wow, I was so sloppy and stuff compared to now.
Really?
Yeah, I was just the only thing I would say is I was always fast, and that's where Speedy came from. My real name is not Speedy.
Well, yeah, yeah, I figured
Yeah.
that. Well, yeah, I was looking on the line. I was like, is his real name like his first name is really Speedy?
No, my first name's Rene, boss. Rene. Yeah, Rene Speedy Valente. I got those mixed genes in me.
All right, there you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
but it's a mouthful. So like for a while, everyone would just call me like my middle name, and then it was just everyone just called me Speedy because I was very quick because no one could say my middle name, and it was just from there like more as a joke. I didn't like it at first because I'm part Hispanic, so I
Yeah.
was like they were calling me Speedy Gonzalez. I was thinking that was racist, so I was like, "Yo, watch it," because at the same time I always wore a hat. I always wore a hat, backwards hat, so they thought like the sombrero, the little mouse, and I was like, "Bro, watch it." And then after a while, they're like, "No, fool, it's because you're fast." I was like, "Oh, I thought that was just racist because I was a little guy, I was brown with a hat. I
Yeah.
thought it was because it was Alhambra, so it was more like American and Asian dude saying it. So I was like, watch it,
Gotcha,
and then after a
gotcha.
while, and I was like, oh, okay, no, they didn't mean it like that. That's on me. That's me being sensitive, you know. So I was
Well,
like, my
yeah,
fault.
yeah, yeah. Of course, like because you know you're being called something like that, so you automatically think it's that.
Oh yeah, and then I remember I was in it was one of my matches my dad went to. He was like, why are they calling you Speedy? I was like, you tell me, man. That's just what they do. And then like it was funny as ironic as my dad he got a little I don't want to say mad, but he told me after when he was growing up, his abuelita called him Speedy. And I was like, oh
Really?
wow, that's crazy. He was like, you're trying to take my name. I'm like, yeah, I never knew. I swear to God, I never knew. I didn't even give myself the name, man. But then when I started acting and stuff, no one could spell my name right, or they would miss a letter or spell something wrong, and it was just a habit. And the girl was like, "Do you have another name you go by?" And I was like, "Sure." I put Speedy, and then ever since then it was just Speedy Valente, and they were like, "Oh, that has a nice ring to it, Speedy Valente," and I'm like, "Okay." And since then that was it.
Oh my God, that is so awesome! How the name Speedy came. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, my dad hates it, but it's funny to me.
Okay. And from what I heard with wrestling and like even just like sports, the training for it is like very hard. Like a lot of physical training and weight training and running and cardio and
Yeah, definitely. I will say, like anyone who is gonna do sports, if you do wrestling, because I did football my whole life since I was 5 or 6 years old, I did football and that's my sport. But when I wrestled in high school, I hope I don't get a lot of hate for this. After wrestling, I was like, okay, football's a joke. I was like, this guy's it's so I never after that it was like the only time I would ever sweat or something at practice was when I'd be wearing like a long sleeve or something under the pads.
really.
Because like in wrestling, it's okay, so wrestling, have you ever wrestled, sir?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you know it. You gotta wear all those layers. You can't eat, and then you gotta work out, sweat your ass off in that sauna room, and then from there you still gotta go home, work out again, and you still can't eat until after you weigh in for the tournament. And you still gotta. Well, me, the hardest part, honestly, was going to school the next day. I'm like, oh, I still gotta put up with these teachers and stuff. Yeah, that was
Oh
definitely the hard.
wow.
I use that with me till this day, boss. Every time like I'm struggling with something or I'm like on set and everything or something's not going my way, I'm like, okay, at least I don't have to cut weight. That's always what I
That's
tell
true.
myself. At least I don't have to
That's
cut weight
true.
until I'm modeling. Then I'm like, but then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna use it as a positive. I'm gonna use it because I know how to cut weight at least safely
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
not trying
yeah,
to go no 3%
you
body fat again, but yeah.
well you learned how to do that from wrestling, like because like you said, if you want to make a certain weight class, you have to basically like work hard, sweat it out, saunas and everything. You're absolutely right with that.
Yeah, I told my friend because I was trying to get my people to join wrestling because you know they're like they're like hard headed and stuff. They got stuff going on. I'm like, bro, trust me, stay out of the street, just wrestle, get it all out in there. You just feel good when you win. You get respect, and then also it's like you don't go to jail. You get to fight and not get in trouble. It's pretty great.
Exactly.
It's pretty great, man.
Exactly.
And also it's just like with me, it just like it feels good because I always did team sports, but with wrestling, it's just you, and it feels good knowing all that you did was all you. No one else
Hmm.
like helped you with anything. I mean, yeah, like I had coaches and stuff teach me stuff, but like they're not helping me on that mat. That's all. That's
Yeah.
all me. And it just feels
Yeah.
good to be like, okay, okay, because I feel like a lot of time like I had help with certain things, and I was just like, this was something that like no one could take away from me, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. Because I did wrestling in high school, and then I tried my hand in pro wrestling too, and because I always loved the WWE, so I wanted to try to get involved with the WWE, and I went from like the like the real wrestling, like the high school wrestling, to like the scripted wrestling,
Yeah,
and it was fun. I never made it WWE, but it was a a fun few years actually trying to get there and wrestle in like different leagues and stuff.
that's awesome, man. You have my respect for that too, because that's actually what I wanted to do as a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man, I was that guy. I had a John Cena and a Rey Mysterio poster on my
Yes.
wall. I was
Yes.
this one time my pops threw me like a wrestling party. He got a boxing in the back because I was a boxer. So like in the backyard we throw hands and stuff, and then like I was wrestling. I was dressed as John Cena, just like him. But
Nice.
in high school, I'm thinking like, okay, I'm good at wrestling and stuff, but I didn't bother to think of the fact that I graduated at 5'4" or 5'5",
Okay.
and I was
Okay.
like, because of wrestling, I was like, I think I was like naturally around 115.
Hmm.
And I was like, I'm looking at all these other guys getting like scholarships and stuff because they're so big for football. And I was like, oh, it kind of just hit right there. Like, I'm not going to get anything, like, because of my size. I did get
Oh,
two
wow.
things for wrestling, but one of them found out that I'd torn my meniscus and dislocated my shoulder. And they were just like, oh, we don't want any injured people coming in. And I'm like, this is wrestling. Everyone's hurt. I was
Yeah,
so mad, but
true.
I was like, you ain't
True. Yeah.
never been in a match not hurt.
Yeah.
I've broken fingers mid match and just okay and tape it up. And I see my
Right.
dad. He's like, I look at my dad. Don't start. I'm like, yes sir. I'm good. I'm good. And I'm like, oh, man. But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah. That's
it's
true.
all good though. But I'm almost thankful for it because if I did go with football or wrestling, I would not have started acting.
No. No. True. Yeah. Exactly. So your path went in another direction, and it's working out.
Absolutely. The funny part, I wanted to act since I was in the second or third grade.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, even I would try and tell like my parents stuff, and they were just like, "Oh, well, it's only for like it's just not for us. Like it's not gonna happen to people like us." I'm like, "Oh, I understand, but still, like I would make like movies at a young age, at like third, fourth grade. I would take like 8,000 photos and make stop motion studio videos out of Legos. And it took a while, but my dad didn't even believe me. He was like, "You did?" I'm like, "I swear, look, I took these. These are the Legos in my room." And he goes, "Give me the phone." And then from there, like, I was like, you know what? Maybe one day when I'm an adult, I can do this, not necessarily behind their back, but more like no one's gonna stop me.
Hmm.
And so from there, I remember I was in college for a little bit after high school, just because I wanted to get my AA and whatnot. And I remember I needed more credits, and I saw an acting class, and I was like, I'll be like, obviously, I'm gonna try
Nice.
it. After that first class, man, that was it. I knew. I was
Really?
like, because I was surprised, like I was more of a, I guess, more outdoorsy guy, more
Well,
like
yeah, sports
playfully
and
talking
stuff.
smack with the homies. I wasn't more like drama or theater or anything like that, but it was crazy. I was in that class and it was like everything I ever did in my life was just out the window. This was it. And the
Nice.
last time I felt like that was either on the field or in the mats. And I was
Okay.
just like, I never thought I'd feel this again other than like doing a sport or a martial art. So I was like, this is this I was so happy doing it too. Even when like till this day, boss, like I just did an 8-page audition yesterday and I was
Eight.
like or I think it was like no, it was like 6 or 7, but it felt like 8. I was just like I'm reading it, I'm like, damn, I can't get these lines. All right, let me try it again. Like it's like you want to do it and it's pretty great. And then at one point I remember like my dad kind of found out and he wasn't really too happy, I would say, but at the same time, I think he knew that like I'm not gonna like just become like a slob or just like give
Yeah.
up or something like that. He knew like and a while ago he told me he was like, I don't really F with it like that. It's not my thing. I don't really know it. I don't understand it, but I respect that you're handling business and doing this. And I'm like, I'll
Exactly.
take it. I'll take it, man. I'll take it,
Because like you do act, but I mean, besides like doing all the sports you do in the martial arts and the MMA, you also are a model too on top of actor, right?
Model, yeah, man. Here's the thing. No one believes me. I grew up kind of fugly, my boy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't like hit puberty till like a year, 2 years ago, man. No one believes me, but you ever ask anyone who like grew up with me or people like went to school with, they were like, yeah, like I see them. I saw two people at Target. I'm not gonna name names because I'm no snitch, but I saw two people
Yeah.
at Target yesterday, and they were like, Rene? I'm like, what's up? Like, cause I graduated at 5'4", and now I'm 5'11" or 5'10" and 3/4. But we don't,
Okay,
you know,
okay.
don't, yeah. But I was like, I hit
We'll
puberty.
say it's 5'11".
Yeah, I was like, I'm wearing shoes, right? I'm wearing shoes, right? Like, you gotta count those. You gotta count that.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like for modeling and stuff, they were just like, oh, we would love to have you for this. I'm like, huh? I was like, man, I was like, for sure, like I got you. It pays. Like I'll do my thing, but don't get happy with it. And then I got more and
Mhm.
more stuff from there. And then I got really good people who are like, hey, dude, like you're good looking. I'm doing this. You should come with me. I'm like, yes, sir. I got you. And like
Nice.
from there, it's kind of cool because it kind of built me like I grew up, like I say, not good looking, so I had to make myself confident. That's why I got a really big personality. But now that like I look a little better, I'm just like, oh, this is kind of cool. This is great. I don't know how else to say it. I'm like, thank you, Lord. I didn't see this one
Right.
coming. Yeah,
Well, you definitely have a really great personality. Like you're really chill and funny and stuff. So yeah, definitely.
yeah. I've always been like a lot of people don't know this either. I'm kind of like I don't know if nerdy is the right word, but definitely up there. Like, dude, I got a supersonic right here. I got
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
Nice.
like
Nice.
I love Sonic, Legos, Shadow. Shadow's my number one. And like, I'm not too great at them, but I loved video games growing up too. Like I love
Okay.
Smash Brothers, obviously Sonic and Shadow,
Of
and
course.
like Avengers and stuff. I could tell you almost anything in DC, and no one would
Really?
expect it. Yeah. Peace out, buddy.
So so who's your favorite superhero and villain?
You got to give me a genre, boss. I can't just give you one.
Okay. Uh, well, since you brought up D let's go with that.
I'm gonna have to go with damn Spencer. Sorry, it's my roommate. Spencer, who you think is my favorite from DC? Yeah, I don't. No, I hate the Flash. I don't. My roommate don't know my favorite guy. No, I'm sorry.
You said I
Yeah,
hate the Flash.
yeah. No, I don't like the Flash. I only like the Flash from the 2004 Justice League. Peace out, buddy. Have a good
Oh,
one. Yeah, but because I like Michael Rosenbaum also from Smallville. But no, I
yes.
gotta say, boss. I'm sorry. I think if I have to give one, I'm gonna give it to Superboy.
Oh yeah, okay,
I
okay.
think I'm gonna have to say Superboy, but I gotta say my top five are definitely Superboy, Blue Beetle, Red Hood, Damian Wayne Robin, and that number five spot, I think I'm gonna go Kid Flash from Young Justice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
So- s-
yeah. That's got to be it for sure.
okay, okay.
What about you,
Have
boss?
you?
You into that or not really?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I'm a huge like fan of I'm a big horror fan, and I like the comic book the comic book guys that tend to be a little bit on the dark side. So like Ghost 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 Rider, Spawn, Doom, Venom, like those are the guys I'm like drawn to.
My favorite one of those definitely got to be the Batman Who Laughs.
Yes.
That one's a
Yes.
that one's like terrifying. That one's
Yes.
terrifying. For those of y'all who don't know, are gonna see this. Batman Who Laughs is Joker poisons Batman and makes him crazy like him. So think of a
Hmm.
Batman that looks like Joker and just kills everything. So it's genuinely terrifying. But yeah,
Damn, I forgot all about that one. Like that's yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. Did
Yeah.
you ever like watch like Spawn, like the animation or the movies or anything?
I
Like
never seen an animation one.
Spawn's crazy.
The Spawn movie is really, really, really good. I try to because I also like
Mm.
people don't know this either, but I also kind of cosplay. I was trying to
Oh,
get one
sweet.
of Spawn, but I was just I chose to do another one instead that I'll be showing you soon. But yeah, I didn't end up doing the
Okay.
Spawn because also because I was more muscular at the time because I bulked up a lot. I was like 140, but I went to 185. But then I had to shoot, so I cut to 160. And then
Got
I was just like I didn't feel as like buff as I was before. So I'm like, you know what? Let me pick a character who's a little slimmer, and I ended up going with Invincible. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Yes, I did. I did. Yes.
Yeah. Nice guy. I used to have a slick back, so all I got to do with my hair straight. So I just slicked it back. I put the colors on, and that was it. I'm already light skinned.
I don't know if you noticed like one I for Halloween this year I tried doing it, but once I put all the pieces together it was pricey, so I'm saving up and I'm gonna do it this year for Halloween. Ryuk from Death Note, the anime.
Riker. That's not the. I thought his name was Riker. What's his name?
Ry Ryuk, like it's
Ryuk.
like
Yes,
art.
Ryuk.
Yeah,
Ryuk. Yeah,
yeah.
Ryuk. Ryuk. Yeah, that's gonna be good because I seen Death Note. That's why I'm like, that's gonna
Yes.
be good.
Yes, I'm definitely doing that this year for Halloween. Like I pieced everything I needed from the mask and everything, and yeah, I'm definitely saving up and doing it this year for Halloween. Like I love the anime show and I love the movie too. The movie was not as good as the animation, but it was
Yeah.
still decent though.
I started with the movie and I was like, oh, this is good. And then I saw like the first season of the anime. I was like, oh, I get it. I get why they hate me now because I said the movie was good. I'm like, I get it. Just like when I was a kid and I was like, oh my god, I love the Avatar movie. Everyone looked at me like this. And keep in mind, I was still watching the show at that time, but you know, I was the show came out like I think when or just before I was born. So I was like, my
Yeah.
fault, like my bad. But I got educated. I watched it like 3 times. I seen the whole series. It's amazing. And now with the live action too, I actually did enjoy the live action. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
I liked it.
Now, the movie you're talking about, is it the one that
Yeah,
M. Night Shyamalan did?
yeah, in 2010. Yeah,
I was actually like one of the early things I did. I mean I don't really like act, but I was actually on set for that movie. I was I did like I I know you do stunts and I was trained with wrestling too, and I was doing stunts on set for the Fire Nation guys, the Fire Nation soldiers.
that is awesome. I'm jealous. I thought I was cool. I was on, like I told you, I was on set for. I can't say what I did or whatnot, but I was on All American, and I'm thinking I'm cool with that, and I'm like, this guy was in the Fire Nation. Thank you, man. You just killed my whole mood. I'm
I'm
just
sorry.
kidding. Nah, good for you though. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun because I remember going on set for that and I was just signed up to be something like just a extra on set, and and something happened. Like I forgot what it was. It was like years ago. Someone that was supposed to do stunts for the Fire Nation guys never came to the set, and M. Night Shyamalan had one of his guys come out and announce to anyone if anyone has training in either boxing, martial arts, or wrestling. And I was like the only one that raised my. I said I'm actually a wrestler. I'm training so I could go to WWE and all this stuff. And they were like, oh, well, come in the back with us to meet with M. Night Shyamalan. And I was like, okay. And he's like, oh, so you know how to do falls and all. I'm like, yeah. And he was like, "All right, we're gonna put the mask on you. We're gonna have you get fitted for the outfit, and you're gonna be a Fire Nation soldier. You're gonna do the stunts for them." I was like, "Okay."
That's awesome. Yeah, I do. I think I've done almost all my own stunts except for one because unfortunately, I was not a good enough swimmer.
Really?
Yeah, so I was in there, I think I could swim, but apparently I'm just like not good enough. So they had someone who looked like me, like go like back and forth tread, and then it cut to me. I was like, dude, I could do it. They're like, Speedy, you're too slow. And I was like, oh, first time I ever heard that. All right, my bad.
Wow.
I was like, that hurt. They were so nice about it too. I was just joking. I was like, oh. But yeah, yeah, I just man, I guess I just can't swim. I can't swim, but it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, you could do everything else though, from martial arts, sports, acting, modeling. So screw swimming.
Oh yeah, that's I ain't no man. I ain't got no pool in the backyard. It ain't my fault.
Right, exactly. You mentioned how like you like Blue Beetle. Did you like the movie how Cholo did? From
Cobra
Cobra
Kai.
Kai.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy for my boy, but I'm also mad jealous because I thought I could have been a Blue Beetle, but it's all good.
You probably would have made a really good Blue Beetle. I think you should do one and challenge Cholo to a Blue Beetle like match or something, you know?
I'd be down. I'd be like, all right, Cobra Kai, you got karate, I got MMA. We both act, both Hispanic. Run it. No, this guy.
Right, right, exactly.
I'm actually kind of a fan of his too. I've been watching his work for a while now. I'm like, yo,
Hmm.
represent my boy, do your thing. Like he's valid. I've met also my one of my like manager mentors from a while ago. He's still my boy till this day. He's like good friends with his manager, so like I was kind of with them a few times. They're all
Oh,
really
that's
really great
awesome.
people too. Yeah,
Oh, wow. Okay, okay. So that's still a possibility yet, though. You and Cholo having a little match.
that'd be sick too. Yeah,
Uh,
I have you've seen Cobra Kai, right, boss?
oh yeah, I love that show.
Yeah, I had like because I'm mixed ethnicity, so like I'll play different like role range of characters and whatnot. And so for a while they had like my hair a different color and I slicked it back. And my homegirl was like, "Oh my god!" Like I started watching Cobra Kai. I'm like, "Yeah, you like it?" And she's like, "You look a lot like your favorite character." I'm like, "Oh, Miguel, thanks." She goes, "No, Robbie." I'm like,
Robbie?
I mean, I appreciate it. Tanner is like mad handsome. I take it as a compliment. But
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, I'm Puerto Rican, Black, Spain, and Mexican. How you gonna compare me to a white guy? I'm not mad, but I'm just like, I was very surprised. I was like, oh, I expected Cholo if anything. Also, because my real hair was really curly. I have
Yeah.
it straight when I work because I blow dry it and
Hmm.
then they use like that hot clamper. Just because when it's curly, a lot of people get mixed emotions because I've had a lot of people ask if I'm black and white, and I'm like, no sir, no
Oh
sir,
wow,
I'm not
really?
because I got light skin tone, like certain facial features, and then like the curly hair, and I'm just like, oh yeah, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like I don't know. Some people get almost offended, and I'm like, what do you want me to do about it?
I know,
My
right?
bad. Yeah, and then this other time was very recently. I'm not mad. I took it as a joke, but I did a table read, and I
Hmm.
went because it was really early, and I was working till I think midnight or 11 p.m. night before, and I had to be on set at like 5 a.m. And so I go, and they do hair and makeup stuff. Normally I blow dry a little bit so they don't have to do as much, but this time I was like, you know what, I'm gonna let them work today, and I went with curly hair, and they were just like, Speedy, we're mid shoot. Why did you get a perm? I was like, I did not get a perm. Like when you perm your hair, I'm like, no, I did not get a perm, sir. I just did not blow dry it today. I apologize. My bad.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I just took it as like, I laugh a lot of stuff off. It wasn't even rude. It was
Yeah,
just like, I
yeah.
get it.
Yeah, I guess they wanted a certain look, like a certain hairstyle. I don't know.
Yeah. And I've been told I look more, well, like, females and stuff will be like, oh my God. Or even like older people will be like, oh, like the curly hair is nice. It's in now. And I'm like, it's weird because growing up, I was always given crap about it. So that's why I'm just
Really?
like, now it's cool. Like I didn't know.
Oh wow.
That's why, yeah. But it's cool. Also, I just feel like when I'm on set and stuff, I've been told I look like this looks more right, and I'm just like, okay, cool.
There you
Plus, I get,
go.
yeah, I'm just like, okay, then I'll just keep doing what works.
Right? I mean, whatever works to get roles, right?
Yeah, I even played like two or three like just full on American white guys, and I'm like, oh, I auditioned and I got it. I was like, oh, cool. I'll do what I can.
Yeah, exactly.
I told him, I
And,
was like, do you want me to dye my hair blonde? I was,
oh
but
my
I was
God,
like, no, I was
you
being
would
serious. I was like, do you want me to
you would dye your hair blonde?
for work? Yeah.
Oh wow, okay, okay.
Yeah, I've done a lot with my hair, man. Cause I had braids and stuff in high school, so that's why I'm used to just like, okay, what's next? Only thing I will say is you will not see me bald. That's one thing I will say. I'll be like, you got to pay me a lot to go bald. I want minimum 5 grand if I'm bald.
I I would just put on a bald cap. I'm like, you're not touching my hair because you got really great hair. Like I would not have them shave it. I would
Thank
just
you.
ask if I could put like a bald cap on.
Oh, that's gonna, yeah, they're gonna give me cornrows and make me wear a bald cap. I'm like, that'll work. That'll work just fine.
Oh yeah.
Cause I'm like, I feel like, look wise, I feel like when my hair is not like as long and stuff, I go from like a 7 or an 8 to a 4. I'm like, no, sir, I need it. I need it.
And it looks like you're big into fashion too. Like I saw you actually did a fat fashion show and what would you say like your fashion sense is?
Honestly, I'm not too. I don't really know too much. I'm more of a Dickies and Vans kind of guy, and maybe like jeans and like a long sleeve under a short sleeve, like right now. I
Yeah.
don't really know too much about the fashion world or whatnot. Like, dude, I shop at Ross. Like, you know, like it's just not like this. I'm not all there. I just do what I'm told. They're like, okay, wear this and walk this way. I'm like, I got you.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
my friends, like someone I walked with a few people. I walked with Paulina Rizende. Oh my God, that's my homegirl. Her and her sister Caro, like they dress really nice all the time. Even my boy Jojo, Joseph Proctor.
Okay.
He's always like bougied out. I'm like, bro, don't stand that close to me. I'm he always look clean. All my people look clean. My boy Mason, his mom dresses him up real good all the time. And I'm just, I roll up in this because this is what I think looks nice. But at the same time, I understand because my old manager, when one of my films were in theaters and I won
Hmm.
Best Young Actor, I went on stage. I was on the red carpet with Vans, jeans, and I had a tank top and I think a leather jacket. And they were just
Nice.
like, that's what I thought was clean. But they were just like, you notice how everyone here is in a suit or a dress? And I was like, yeah. Like, I didn't even think twice. I was like, yeah. They're like, why are you not in one? I'm like, I don't got one. I don't got one. Yeah. I told her, like, you want to buy me one? She goes, if I have to. I'm like, okay, then I'll get one. Then I'll get one. All right. And I ended up getting one. Yeah. I
I
got
know.
two actually.
I saw some pictures of you in a suit, so you definitely wear them.
Yeah, I'm working on it, boss. It's still because I wear really baggy clothes too. Like I'm
Yeah.
naturally like a large, sometimes a medium if they run baggy, and I wear like
Okay.
extra large. So when I put on like fitted clothes, I'm like, I'm like, this is the wrong size. No, that's how you should wear clothes. I'm like, Dad, you've been lying to me. Like, yeah, because like, and also I'm, my family is very I'm half brown, so they're like curvy.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
with
yeah.
certain pants, man, I'm struggling. I had to do my sister. She told me she was like, you did the sissy hop. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, you hop to get your pants on. I'm like, yeah, I can't fit in this. It's hard, man. Struggling out here, but I got used to it.
Hey, I guess Hollywood is calling for you to wear tight clothes.
Yeah, and then they're also like, because they know like I don't really post much of like me shirtless and whatnot,
Yeah.
just because it's just not my cup of tea, I guess.
Hmm.
Plus, I'm also my own worst enemy, so I'm just like I could be in better shape, I could be buffer, I could be thinner, it's this and that. But when I showed them, they were just like, "Oh, like okay, we need to get him a size medium or a small." I'm like, "What? I'm 5'10". Why are you getting what? And then they got
Yeah.
it for me, and I'm like yeah, I put it on, and it's like rolled up here. They had to like pull it down, and they're like, "But you see how much more muscular it makes you look?" I'm like, I look like a guy who can't.
Oh,
To me, I felt
they
like a
did
guy
it
who
on
couldn't.
purpose.
Yeah,
They got the smaller size. Okay.
to
Okay.
make me look muscular compared to the other guy, because
Yeah.
he was like, he was like, no disrespect to him, he's a handsome lad or whatnot, but he just was a lot thinner and shorter than me. And so
Hmm.
I was the bad guy because man, I was typed for like a good 2 years. I was just the bad guy nonstop. Until it wasn't until this past year or this past year and a half I've been expanding roles, thank goodness. But well, I was
Really?
always the bad guy. And me, I'm thinking like this is how like I think my clothes work for that in some ways and whatnot. They're like, no, you need to be in a tight t-shirt. I'm like, in what universe do you see this on the street? But I'm like, I get it in movies. This is how it
Well, yeah,
comes.
yeah, of course, of
Yeah. So I'm
course.
wearing it and they're like, you feel good? You feel mean now? I'm like, I feel like a guy who can't afford the right shirt. And they were just like, well, you look great. I'm like, I trust you. And then I shut up real quick because I saw in the like I was stretching in one of the behind the scenes and I saw
Uh-huh.
my tricep popping out of the shirt. I'm like, Mary, my bad, you got it. I see it now. I see it now. Yeah, like you'll never see me wear it like in my day-to-day life, but for acting like, oh, I
But for
totally
acting,
understand it.
yeah.
Like this is when I was like, I had a bad habit of like not necessarily thinking I knew everything, but I guess for a while I had a problem being told what to do, if that makes sense.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Unfortunately, I was still young and
Well, yeah,
maturing and
yeah.
whatnot, but the worst part was I wasn't trying to be rude or say no at all. I was genuinely trying to help, but I didn't know that
Mhm.
I didn't know what the hell I was talking about in the beginning. I'm thinking, yeah, because I was
At
like,
least you
no,
know now,
yeah,
though.
oh yeah, you got a first time for everything.
Right? Exactly.
That was also like 3 years ago, but still, I was just like, yeah, when I'm like, I needed to shut my loud Puerto Rican mouth and listen. I was like, yeah. One thing about Puerto Ricans, man, we funny and we fun, but we loud, we loud. I'll hear my nana from across the street. Meow, meow. I'm like, I got you, I'm coming.
You're like, oh no, what did I do now?
Oh yeah, I'm like, I feel like the back of my neck hair rise. I'm like, oh, and then she's like, you look so handsome. I'm like, oh, Nana, I thought I was in trouble. I was like, thank you, Nana. She's like, I like you in blue, mijo. I'm like, damn, I love you. That was it. I got the best Nana ever, man. She's so loving, crazy but
I
loving.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So, so, what was like the first role you ever had when you started to act?
Ooh, that's a good question. Actually, I do know it. Remember how I said like I went to college and then after that first
Yeah,
acting class, I made a
yeah.
really good friend and his name is Kit Desult. And he's a really good actor, really great dancer, handsome Asian dude. And we're in class together and he was just like, we are just talking, just talking and stuff, just hanging out. And he was like, hey Speedy, I think he said producer or something for this movie. It was called The Last Summer of Nathan Lee. And I
Oh
believe it's
yeah, yeah. That
yeah,
was like the recent film you were just in, right?
nah, boss. That was the recent one I was just in, or I think there are two. This was from 2020. We filmed this in like 2022 or
Okay.
2021. Yeah, like early 2022, like January or February of 2022. I think it came out like a couple months to a year ago, something like that. And yeah, but he was just like, "Hey, we need a background for this. Like, if you want to do it." I'm like, "You sure?" Like, I would love to, obviously, but like, I've never done anything before. He goes, "Well, I like your acting, and you're good looking. So if you want to be in it, there's like a party scene, a pool scene, and stuff like that, and then like a dress scene and a marriage and whatnot. I could put you down
Okay.
for all of them if you're up for it." I'm like, And funny thing, I'm like, I don't got a suit, but I'll wear whatever you got. And so we go there, and then there was a pool scene, and at this time I was still like transitioning from sports to MMA because I graduated high school,
Okay.
but I was still young. I think I graduated young at like early 17, you know. And so I was still like I was very skinny, but I was like shredded.
Yeah, yeah,
And so
yeah.
I took my shirt off, and they were like, I was really just like talking, people being in the back and stuff because I didn't want to get in the way. But I'm also like, I had a little notepad because my like I didn't want my phone to go off again on camera, and I was writing down everything I saw because I wanted to do this, you know, everything. I had like at the end, I think I had like 15 pages of just like little notes, and it was dumb things like don't turn your shoulder too much, make sure to hide the mic and whatnot, tape it to your chest, like
Hmm.
everything I could. I don't even think I told anybody, but everything I could, right? And I'm doing this shirtless, and I hear, "You, sir, quickly put it away. Quickly, man." I was quick with it. I didn't even put it in my pocket. I was in trunks. I put it in my trunks. And you were like, "Can you say a few lines?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then me acting like I was there before. "Yeah, what you need, boss?" I think his name was Quinton or Quinty. Quinton.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he's a director. And he was just like, "You're really fit. You have nice hair. Come in the pool with us." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And I was in the pool, and that was it. And he's like, "Okay, so it's not like really lines or anything, but you're gonna play jazz." I'm like, "Got you."
Nice.
And I was like, "Kit, thank you, thank you." Like I was like, "Kit, thank you so much," because that was like my first like on camera thing ever. And then
Wow.
from there, you know, I just like I asked everybody there, even all the background people. I was like, "How long you be doing this? What do I do? This is what I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
do. I will take note. Tell me everything." And all of them told me like different things, and I listened to all of them. And the only thing I did wrong was till I barely started doing this maybe a few months ago. I didn't really care too much for social media. So I was always
Okay.
trying to be low key about it. I didn't really want to get like known or anything from there. But like, and all my other homies they're all like, you know, a couple thousand to 100,000 followers and stuff. They're doing great. Bless their heart.
Yeah,
You know, they're
yeah.
really talented, really hardworking. But I was just like, yeah, no, I didn't really want to get too known. But now with the auditions and everything, like one of the auditions I got, they were like, "Do you have 50 to 100,000 followers?" I'm like, I I got just over 1,000, I think. I think, and that's pushing it. You know, they were like, "Oh, okay." Still did the audition, but after that, I was like, "Oh no." And then I had a few more ask about my media, and I'm like, "Okay, you know what? I need to
Really?
switch this up, whether I like it or not." So that's why I'm trying to post more here
Wow.
and there. I just suck at it. The only thing I was posting on a lot was TikTok, and I had a few posts do pretty good, but that was about it. And then me being stubborn, I deleted the app when it went down, and I can't get it back. So that was great.
No, really?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like I knew that wasn't gonna last because they were saying like the government was shutting it down, but then like Trump's team said that they weren't gonna have it down long. So, well, like I was like, yeah, I don't think this is gonna last.
Should have thought that way, man. I just kept accidentally clicking it and it wouldn't work. I'm like, this is stupid. So I deleted it so I wouldn't keep clicking it like an idiot. And then, well, that's what I get for being stubborn. But yeah, oh yeah, and I'm sorry. And I just told Kit thank you and whatnot for like that film. And then from there, I just talked to everyone. Then a few girls that I was like talking to like behind like the camera and stuff.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, like I guess one of them was a singer, and she was like, hey, I'm doing this music video. If you'd like to play my love interest, I'm like, I would love that.
Oh my
And then
God.
I was doing that, and then from there I met other people, and I just basically like every time I was on set, I was
Yeah.
ta, 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 what do y'all
Yeah,
because the only thing I
exactly.
had going for me was I was sporty and I was athletic and I could fight. That was it. That was all I had going for me. So I was like, okay, how do I get more stuff under my belt? They're like, get an
Hmm.
agent, get a manager, get headshots. You got to get a reel. If you're athletic, get a stunt guy. I took notes on everything, and over time, I think within 6 months, I was able to get enough. And then from there, with the agent and manager, I was getting more roles, more auditions and stuff. In the beginning, I wouldn't book anything though. I think the only thing I had was like I noticed I would mostly just get music videos. Like I think I've done like 30 music videos,
Oh my God, that's a lot.
and I don't even remember the names of half of them. And I was just like, because it's not that I'm not into it. Like that stuff was very fun. And plus some of my friends make music. It's fun to do, but it's
Yeah.
just not what I'm aiming towards.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was just like,
You want
yeah.
to do like film and television and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And then from there it was this I was lucky enough to get this short film that was actually had a pretty good budget. And from there I met other people. And then I got on. It wasn't shortly after that I booked this movie called The Last Brown Beret,
Okay.
and that was in theaters for a minute. It was directed by Del Zamora, who was he did like True Bloods, RoboCop, Repo
Nice.
Man, Mayans, like because he's like a Native American Hispanic dude. So he's a
Oh,
really good actor too. He's older, but he's a good actor. And so from
okay.
there, I was on set for that, and I was also on set for Love XO, which was a series that we did. We're still doing it actually, but now we have a spinoff called New You. It's like a live
Oh,
action anime series. It's
oh,
actually
nice.
looking pretty good so far. A few of me and my friends are on it as well. I put like two of my boys on there because they're also really good actors. Because I was like, I got lucky. They gave me a chance, and I got on. So
Yeah.
I'm like, my boys can act. Put him on there. And they love. I think they like him more than me now. I'm not gonna lie. Like but he's good. Bless his heart. That's actually Jojo Joseph, the guy I talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so from that, I've been on that show for about they took like a year or 2 year break, something like that. But then it came back, and then I was working on that like all last year. And then the new you one came out recently. And from there, actually, we have I can't say too much detail, but we have another film coming out that me and like half the cast from XO is on, and they're all
Yes.
really, really good. It's a film coming out. Well, not coming out soon. We're filming soon. We start filming this year, and we're excited about that. Very excited.
Oh man, that's awesome. And I saw like you were talking about the short film. Is that the film about the
There were two, but the other one that most people know is
swimmers?
PE.
Yes, yes, that one.
Yeah, that one, dude. That crew was amazing. I'm trying to bring one of them onto this film. Her name was Brianna, and she was amazing producer, and the director Dan. He was just so cool. Such a cool dude. Younger too. I think he was only like 25 or 26, but he was like,
Really?
or I think even younger than that. But he was just really really good. The script was good, and the other actors were just so. The other actor, Patrick Whiteside. Yeah, that's his real name, I swear. And so he was the good guy. I was the bad guy. We're the leads. It was such an experience. Really really fun. That was one of my favorite projects of all time, just because filming was so great. Everything went because
Yeah.
sometimes things come up. Sometimes everything went smooth. The only thing
No.
I guess went south was I stepped on a nail. But me being like with the adrenaline and stuff pumping, I was just like, oh, and like they were just like, "Why is there blood on your sock?" I was like, "Oh, I stepped on a nail." They were like, "Sit down, sit down, sit
Oh
down." They
my
like wiped me
God.
and they put it. But
Oh
like
my
it
God.
wasn't like a nail nail. I was like it was like a little nail. Don't get me wrong, it hurt, but I
Well,
was
yeah, of
just like,
course. I
"What
mean,
am
you
I gonna
stepped on
do?
a nail.
What am I gonna do?" Say, "Oh, we can't film. I stepped on a quarter of an inch nail. It broke the layer of my skin. I'm suing you." Like, oh man, like, we got work to do. And yeah, that actually went in theaters as well. It went in the Chinese theaters. I was
Oh,
uh
okay.
I wasn't even aware how like big of a deal that was. I was like, okay, it's going in a Chinese theater, not the Chinese theaters. And
Yeah, like the
yeah,
big one.
and then my other acting friends are like, what? I'm like, that's what I wasn't thinking straight. And then after like I got there, I was like, oh, this is awesome. I was like, this is awesome. I'm so lucky.
This is it. I made it.
Yeah, there were like a few really, really good films in there. There was this one Hispanic film at the end that I thought was amazing. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the work that I do and stuff not and stuff not and whatnot. The crew was great, director, everyone was really good on that. But that Hispanic film was, I was like, they
Oh,
should
okay.
have. I put they're the only ones I put before above us. Everyone else, I was like, oh nah, PE's winning, PE's winning. And I was excited though. It was really, really I was very grateful as well. And then they
Well,
were interviewing me and stuff. What's really cool also is I mentioned her earlier, Carolina, my my one of my friends that I did Runway with. She
Yes, yes.
also one of her films were in the same film festival, Beverly Hills Film Festival at the Chinese Theater. I was like, oh my God, Caro! I was like, I was just, it's so awesome. It's so awesome. And yeah,
Damn. Was this the film you said you won for best young actor? Like, is this the film that you won an award for?
not for this time because this time it was a different theater.
Oh,
But no, it was
okay,
another
okay.
film. But yeah, no, it was we actually ended up in there was this other film. No, I'm gonna say it. There was this other film that won that we all didn't like, and we were kind of bummed out about it. I was like, it should have been the last film, this other film, I forgot what it was called, about this girl having a baby in an
Hmm.
RV. Weird story, but acting was great. I get it. I like crazy stuff too. I love horror, so I was totally into it. But
Nice.
I was like, if it wasn't one of those two or PE, I was like, okay, so this is rigged. That was cool, but still a great experience. Because I'll admit, like, I have no shame in when I'm bested. I'm like, honestly, like, props to you. It was a hell of a dogfight. Keep it up.
Yeah, yeah,
Respect, you
exactly,
know? Respect, like,
exactly,
honestly. And I'll see
exactly.
you, and I'll catch you next time. But
Yeah.
I was like, what? When he told me the film, I was like, which one was that? And they said, like, what it was. I'm like, no, there's no way. I was like, no, excuse me. But it's all good, you know? You win some, you lose some.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. And,
Yeah.
and you're a big horror guy too, then, huh?
That's like, I know, like, the way, like, I look in my acting, I'm mostly gonna get like action, drama, maybe some
Hmm.
adventure. But like if I make a really big amount, oh, horror. I love horror.
Same, same. That's my thing. Like, I've been watching horror movies since I was like a little kid.
Me too. I remember I was little, I was with my mom and I was like, she was like, who you want to be, like a cute pirate? I'm like, I want to be Freddy Krueger.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
And I was, yeah. And I love Freddy Krueger. I love Freddy Krueger. I was watching Trick or Treat yesterday. I love
Yes, the
Sam. I was like,
with
yeah, I
with little Sam.
yeah, little Sam. That guy does not deserve enough credit. He should be the face of Halloween because it's
I
literally that
know, I
movie
know.
explains Halloween.
It does. Like, I watch that movie every single Halloween. Like, there's not a Halloween that goes by I don't watch that.
Yeah, I remember one of my exes were like, "Hey, like it's Halloween. What do you do?" I'm like, "Okay, so these are the order of the movies that I'm watching, and then on Halloween." And then she's like, "You don't want to come to this party with me?" No, I will come after the movie. Like, I'll be there, but like I got my priorities. Let me finish this, and then we'll go. She's like, "We can watch it tomorrow." I'm like, "No, because tomorrow I'm watching this." And Halloween is my. I even tell my dad, I'm my dad, like I'm not a big spender. I'm smart with my money and stuff, but when it comes to my birthday and Halloween, my phone will not pick up. I'm sorry. I will be going. I will be buying crap. I will be going to the movies nonstop. I will be making. I make almost all my costumes,
Oh, you
and I was,
do?
yeah, almost all of them. I mean, I have some stuff that I got as a gift because people know I love it. Like
Yeah.
one of the people, she's so like one of the most important people in my life. Her name is I think you're saying her name's Sae. She got me the you ever played Zelda?
Yes.
She got me
Yes.
the sword, and
Nice.
it's
Nice.
the dark link sword because I wanted to
Nice.
be dark.
Yeah.
I was dark link because you know I'm not light enough and I don't have blonde hair, so I'm like I can go dark link, and I made my hair silver. We know we made the costume. We cut it up and stuff. I wore a shirt underneath and whatnot. We got fake boots, tied it up, sewed them together and whatnot. And the only thing I didn't make, which I was disappointed in myself with, was the shield. I tried, but I was like,
Okay.
no. It's because I didn't give myself enough time either. I was like, I could have done it if I had like a few weeks in advance, but we did this in like 2 days.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it was like a short amount of time then.
Yeah, I was Dark Link. The other one I made was well, I didn't like sew the entire thing, but I added a lot of stuff onto Danny Phantom.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the one I always win on though, like anytime there's like a costume contest, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna rig this. I go as Edward Scissorhands.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, I made it. I stitched the leather. The only thing I didn't make there was the pants. I just put stuff on them.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, and then the hair is my real hair, no reason. But I just like my stepmom actually helped me to like cinch it up, and it was just crazy. And then I made the gloves myself, and they're like those were I was really proud of. Everyone could ask me where you buy them. I'm like, I made them. No, you didn't. All right. Like I
Like
was like,
the real gloves with like
yeah,
the scissors coming out of them and everything.
absolutely.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah. And then I also got a gift as real ones that I was bought uh gloves because over time, they start like breaking stuff and I have to remake
Yeah,
them. These look good, and then I just painted them. I added more to it and whatnot because I'm like, I can't just. I appreciate it, but I gotta put something else into it. I gotta make
yes,
sure
of
me is on
course,
there
of
too.
course.
And it came out stupid good. I was like, that was the only time I was like, okay, I feel good. I was like, this, I think I'm gonna win, man. Yeah, and I did. I got lucky.
Damn, nice. Yeah, like this past Halloween, I was Art the clown from Terrifier.
That's a
Yeah,
good one.
yeah, like those movies are good. Like Art is definitely the new slasher of this era. Like
This, yeah,
I mean, it's sad, but they aren't making it any more Nightmare on Elm Streets or Friday the 13th, and Jason's in this like big battle of legal rights, and the only movies that get made are Halloween, Michael Myers, and they just did a TV series of Chucky. And but like
yeah.
that's about it though, like Michael Myers and Chucky, and so Art the Clown is like the new era slasher.
He's carrying it right now. I'm not gonna lie, he is carrying it, and I'm all for it. I love Terrifier 3. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
but yeah, actually, speaking of that, one of my boys, his name's Jesse, Jesse Posey, and he's in a movie called Screamboat coming out. You heard of it?
Oh yeah, the mouse. Like the actor that plays Art is the killer.
Is Yeah, me and my boy Mason, we want to see it so bad. I was like, Jesse, my dog. I was like, I want to see it bad. And I was like, because we only got right now, it's only like you said, it's only Art carrying
Yeah,
the team right
I
now.
know, I know.
And I love Freddie and Sam. Those are my
Yeah,
go-to, but they
yes,
were made almost 50 years ago.
yes,
So I'm like,
exactly.
we need not that I don't ever want them to die. I hope they make another Trick or Treating
Yeah,
Krueger. Hell, I hope I could be them. But I was just like, we need some new equipment here.
I
We need to
know.
work with some more. I think it was Mark Hamill who was asked, what do you think Hollywood will be like in another 100 years? He's like exactly the same because no one wants to make new ideas. They just want to keep rebooting shit. I'm like,
You know that's really that's a yeah, yeah, I agree with that.
yeah. The only ones that are kind of making an effort is Marvel. Like
Yes.
they're showing because not that they're adding new, they're showing characters that were never shown before. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah, but the new David Howard Thornton, the Screenboat, like that actually looks like really good, and we all know David knows how to play a killer. He's Art, and Jesse Posey, isn't that Tyler Posey's brother or something?
yes,
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, we have a because we have class together.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, and the you're talking Teen Wolf, right?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
okay. Yes, his brother is Teen. I believe Jesse's also on there. Actually, a
Oh,
lot of my friends were on Teen
he was
Wolf.
on yeah, really?
I
Oh,
believe
okay.
so. Yeah, like honestly, half, if not almost all of them were on Teen Wolf except for me.
Wait, really? Get out.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Telling you,
okay.
man, my people are workers, man. I got some good people.
Damn, nice, nice.
Yeah, actually, we're at me and my acting homies were hanging out the other day at a dinner after class, right? And I was telling them I was like, it's so cool, like, but see, I didn't watch certain things growing up. I mostly just watched like cartoons. Like I loved regular shows, South Park, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
DC. That was more me. And they were just like, because in the beginning they're like, "Oh, he was in Teen Wolf." I'm like, "You look young as hell." Because I grew up with Michael J. Fox,
Oh,
1985 Teen Wolf,
yes,
and Teen
yes,
Wolf
that's
2
right.
with Jason Bateman. So I'm like, hell no, you weren't. I'm like, you respectfully no. And then I were like the show. I'm like, oh, I'm stupid. I forgot that was a thing. But it's a big show. I think when I looked at it, it had like 10 or like 12 seasons, something like that.
I love that show. Like I watched every season of it. Like and Tyler Posey was amazing in it. And yeah, it was such a good show. It was.
Yeah, I need to really hop on that. I need to hop on it for
Because
sure.
like they just not too long ago, probably like 3, 4 years ago, Tyler Posey actually made a movie about the show.
What was it called?
Teen Wolf the movie, and he was supposed to make a second one because I think he's the one that actually like made like directed it and produced it. I'm pretty sure it was him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's a movie too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's
Not the
rad.
Michael J. Fox. Like it's actually an actual
Actually,
Teen Wolf movie based can continuing from when the season ended, from when the 10th season ended.
okay, so it's not just like a random new one with a bunch of new people. That's
I
cool.
don't know, like it's all the same cast and everything. They added, of course, because the movie came out a few years after the show ended, so there's a couple people on the show that are new because they had to put like fresh faces in it.
I
But
need to hop on all of it. I haven't. I need to watch it.
yeah, definitely, man.
I've seen clips on. I've seen a lot of clips that look good, and I just haven't watched it. But like, I'll watch like a minute whole clip on like TikTok of it. And one thing I was
Hmm.
what made me watch it too was because like I said, I love DC. Tyler Hoechlin, I saw was on it, and I'm like, is that
Yes,
Superman? Is that
yes, yeah,
Superman? And I was,
yeah.
and they were like, yeah. I was like, oh, that's sick. He was like, freaking everybody's on that show. Where was my call? No, I'm just kidding. No, I think I was too young. Or I don't even. I doubt I was even acting at the time.
Gotcha, gotcha. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
I didn't start acting till late, like December 2021.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So what do you like doing during your free time when you're not auditioning and acting?
man, I like the for someone who can't swim, I really like the beach.
I think everyone likes the beach.
I love I definitely love Legos. Like I'll build like a whole thing of Legos and I have like a whole display case too. I love Legos on my free time. What else? Definitely got to knock the gym out the way, like, and
Of
then you can have
course.
fun.
Of
And then
course.
from there, I gotta say, like, a lot of times I have fun. Is like I recently was able to get some of my boys, and I was like, "Hey, meet me at the park for what?" I'm like, "I got a pig skin." They're like, "Give me 20." And then from there, we threw the ball around, tackled each other, talk smack. You know, it's just a fun day. I love having people over at my apartment. Really, I love
Oh,
my
great.
people. I'm very because I was an only child growing up, so I love
Oh, me.
like
Same.
having
Same.
I loved having people over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and plus I'm very blessed. You know, I got four people I can call my siblings. You know, I've known them for 10 years now. Like that's my brother. That's my little sister. You know,
Hmm. Hmm.
and and so like even one of them like he went on his Mormon. They're both Mormon. So when he
Oh,
went on
okay.
his trip, he was like, "Please watch her." I'm like, "You don't gotta ask. I got you. Don't even worry. That's our sister." You know, you
Yeah.
know. And it's funny. I found out later. He told her like our sister like, "Hey, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid because he's like my older brother. You know, he's only like a year or two older than me, but he was a smart one. I was the other one. I was the other one, but it's cool though. They actually made me. My people make me better. Like he made more right choices than wrong,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
to mature more. And I taught him how to let loose a little bit. I brought him to some parties and whatnot. You know, it's like
Okay.
we go back and forth. Like it's really great. I'm very blessed with my people. The ones I said earlier, like JoJo, Mason, those are my brothers. Like they're always with me. And
Nice.
yeah, and then I got my boys. They're not they ain't actors, but like I'll put them in stuff, and they're my peoples of the day. The other brother is his name's Rafael. I
Okay.
was talking to him yesterday. Like, I'm very blessed with my people. Like we got a. It's funny because we're all like mixed ethnicity, and then I got my boy Hutch. He is the not a the white boy. When we come, I'm like Hutch is here. Hutch is here. If like anything ever goes wrong or God forbid something happens or a police officer shows up, we're like, Hutch, do your thing. He goes out, comes down, comes right back in. I'm like, in White Boy we trust. Like he's our
Oh
boy.
my God, I
He's
love
our
it.
dog. Like that's his name's Joseph, but we call him I give everybody nicknames. That's Hutch. I'm very, very, very lucky with the people I've been blessed with, man. I can't stress it enough. Like if it were up to me, I'd be with them every day. I'd have to tell myself, okay, they got life too, they got jobs.
Yeah,
Don't call them today, call them tomorrow. Cause I'm always just like, hey guys, I'm off today. Y'all wanna come over? I can get
yeah,
some
right.
popcorn, we can watch movies, we can play games. You know, they're older, they're over 21. So I'm like, I'll get
Yeah,
y'all some liquor. Yeah, just come over. I'll whatever you guys want, you know, and then yeah, we'll order some wings and stuff. I love that's what I'll do. On my free time, I would be with my people any day I could.
I love it. I love it.
I know some people are like, oh, on my free time, I just want to sleep or just be by myself all day. I'm tired of people. I'm
Yeah,
like,
nah,
I don't get enough.
nah,
Oh,
nah. I
I
know.
need to be
Same,
out.
same. Yeah, same. I think because like maybe because like I'm an only child, and you said you grew up an only child because like I always love being around people, like especially friends. Like I always want to hang out, and probably because like growing up an only child, it's like kind of lonely because you don't have like someone there, you know?
Yeah, no, it was like I'm no crybaby, but it was very lonely, man.
Yeah,
It was very
exactly,
lonely.
exactly.
And then, like not their fault or anything either, but like a lot of times, you know, my dad, my mom, they'd work a lot, and so
Well,
they'd
yeah,
be
yeah.
yeah, and I'd after school I'd go to practice and stuff, go to gym, shower, do homework, and eat. It'd be like 9 p.m. I'd be like, "You want to go outside, Dad? You want to watch this with me? You want to play a board game with me? I'm tired, fool. All right, my bad. You
Yeah,
got it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I gotta go back to the room, but
Mhm.
at the same time, I can't be mad. He works his ass off, you know.
I
So I'm
know.
like, I get it.
I know.
I understand, but like you know, like at times it's just like he'd be like, "Go outside." I'm like, "With who? Casper? Ain't no kids on our street. It's all people pushing 50. It's some dudes who look like gang members. I'm not talking to them. Nah, I'm staying in the corner." Skateboarding helped me a lot. I started skating, and I would just literally go for like the furthest I ever went was 4 miles, and then just because I was listening to music and skating, it's just
Mhm.
kind of like football in the sense where you'd be amazed with the amount of fun you can just have with the board. Even when you take a fall, it's like oh, like it's just no, I haven't skated in a minute, like 2 years, because I got hurt. But and then from there, I just didn't have time anymore. But it was definitely fun to say the least. I sucked, but it was fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember I tried to do a kickflip off of when the best I ever got. I tried to do a kickflip off of like a high stair.
Yeah, yeah.
It was one stair, like not a bunch of stairs. It was one stair. It was just like kind of higher. I'm like, I got it, and I lollipopped, and I will never do it that again. Lollipopping is for people who don't know what skating is. It's when you try to do a trick or a kickflip, and let's say there's a fake gun, so I don't get like demonetized or anything. This is you. This is your board.
Uh-huh.
You flip it, you miss it, lollipop on your board. And
Okay, okay.
as a guy, that hurts a
Yes.
lot. So
Yes.
that's why I was
For
like,
a
I
guy,
never
yes.
tried that again. I called my boy too. I called Hutch, the one who like, cause I would skate with him too. I was like, yo, he's like, what's up? I'm like, I'm on the floor still. I just tried to do a kickflip off the stair. Oh no, it wasn't Hutch. I'm lying. It was Thomas. And I was like, I tried to do a kickflip off the stair. He goes, you land it? I landed on the floor. I'm still on the floor. You crazy, bro. And then
Oh
another
my
time when
God.
I was with my other friend Hutch, we were at the skate park, just us and El Sereno at like 10 p.m. Just us two.
Yeah,
They were like,
yeah.
and then there were like three other guys just doing the same thing, just doing tricks, like just learning and stuff because we suck. But I was like, no, I'm getting good. Or not good. I was trash. I'm getting better. So like I was trying to go up like high ramps, then like staying there for a second, then come back down. I think I even posted it on TikTok and like slightly on like an Instagram story where I went up, but I came back down. Like I pushed too quick when I came back down, and the board flew right from under me, and I just face planted on the floor. The whole right side of my body was bruised. My
Oh
ankle
my
was swollen,
God.
and he got it on video too. He came back and kept recording. He was like, "Speed, you good?" I just gotta walk it off. He's like, "No, walk it off." I'm like, "When I can walk it off, yeah. I'm gonna just
I
lay here a
can't
minute."
stand up right now.
I was like, "Yeah." Not only did I knock the wind out of myself, the whole right side of my body was, I'm not joking, it hurt, but it was numb. I was like, I smacked it
Ew.
hard. And I was
Oh
like, I didn't
man.
even fall that high, man. It was just the whiplash,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah.
whiplashed myself good. I was fine, nothing broken, just bruised. That was just like I didn't see it coming, So you got
Well,
to stay focused, you got to stay ready.
I'm
But
sure you didn't.
yeah, no, that's on me. I learned that day. I learned that day.
And, I guess the last thing I'll ask you, I just looked at the time and realized I had you on here for over an hour, and I apologize. I know you probably have a lot going on. So the last thing I'll ask you basically is where can fans follow you at?
Oh, definitely just Speedy Valente one. That's it on my Instagram. My TikTok, I unfortunately do not have at the moment, but my account's still there. It's just Speedy, and I think it's 134 because those were always my numbers. I was always one growing up, and then in high
Hmm.
school it ripped, so I switched to a 34. One, Bo Jackson. Brothers know where I'm talking about from the Raiders.
Oh yeah.
Two, my stepmom was 32, my dad was 33, so I like 33, but also I'm like, that's my dad. I don't want to be my dad. I got to be me, so I picked
Yeah.
34. So my TikTok Speedy 134, I believe, and it's just the photos like that, so you'll be able to see it. And I unfortunately do not have Snapchat, Twitter, any of that. I'm sorry, I'm working on it, like I said. But as of now, it's just Instagram and TikTok. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm such a big back. The raspado guy's outside. He has like elote and the raspado. You know what I'm talking about? You know those guys on the cart with like they
Oh
have the
yes.
chicharron.
Yes. Yes.
Like
Yes.
they have the
Yes.
corn. Yeah, I don't know
Yes.
how to say it in English. Like the corn and the raspado. It's like think like a slushy, but flavored.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
It's better. Like, don't go to 7-Eleven and go to this fool. Like, you'll see them. There's tons of them.
Well, thank you so much for this. Like you're a really awesome dude. Like it was really fun talking to you. Like I said, I apologize for keeping you on as long as I did. I didn't realize what time it was. So but thank you so much for doing this.
Of course, but don't even worry about the time either. Honestly, as long as I got till 10 p.m. Then that's when I have to. No, till 9 p.m. is when I go to the gym, and then after that, till then I'm free. Don't even worry about it.
Okay, cool.
Dude, well, thank you so much for having me, boss. I appreciate it.
You got it, bud. So definitely have a great Friday night and have a good time at the gym, man.
Damn, it's Friday. That's how you know you've been working on. I didn't know it was Friday. I thought it was like what? Damn. All right, man. Well, I'll work on that. Well, you have a good one, boss. Thank you so much.
Thank you, bud.